Good morning, students. This is your geography lesson. Students, as you know that we have done chapter 2, the Earth's movements successfully. And I hope you have understood from previous lessons. In today's lesson, we will revise this chapter so that you will learn it thoroughly. So we start our lesson. The earth has two types of motions, rotation and revolution. The earth has two types of motions, rotation and revolution. What is rotation? It is the movement of the earth on its axis. Rotation, it is the movement of the earth on its axis. What is revolution? Revolution is the movement of the earth around the sun in a fixed path or orbit is called revolution. The movement of the earth around the sun in a fixed path or orbit is called revolution. Axis. Axis is defined as the position wherein neither of the poles is tilted towards the sun. This results in the rays of the sun falling directly over the equator. This results in Earth experiencing equal days and equal nights. Also, exactly half of the Earth is in light and the other half is in dark. This phenomenon occurs twice in a year, i.e. on 21st March and 23rd September. The southern hemisphere experiences winter and summer solstice in different times than that of northern hemisphere, because on 21st June, when the northern hemisphere is tilted towards the sun, the southern hemisphere of course will be away from it. This leads to north hemisphere experiencing summer solstice, while southern hemisphere experiences winter solstice at the same time. On 22nd December, when the southern hemisphere is tilted towards the sun, the northern hemisphere will be away from it. Therefore, this results in southern hemisphere experiencing summer solstice, while northern hemisphere experiences winter solstice. Fill in the blanks. A leap year has 366 number of days. B. The daily motion of the earth is rotational. C. The earth travels around the sun in an elliptical orbit. D. The sun's rays fall vertically on the Tropic of Cancer on 21st June. E. Days are shorter during winter season. Now come to questions. Question 1. Describe axis. Answer. The earth rotates around an axis. The axis is an imaginary line that runs through the center of the planet. The axis connects the north and south poles. Question 2. Define orbit. Answer. The earth does not only rotate in the same place, it moves around the sun. The path around the sun is known as an orbit. Question 3. What is hemisphere? Answer. The earth is divided into two halves called hemispheres. When one hemisphere leans more towards the sun, it receives more direct sunlight, while the other hemisphere receives less direct sunlight. Question 4. What you know about indirect and direct sunlight? Answer. The sunlight falls on the surface at an angle. It spreads over a large area. The sunlight is less intense and less hot while sunlight falls directly on the surface. It is more intense and concentrated on a spot. Question 5. Describe northern hemisphere. Answer. The day in the North Pole leans towards the sun is known as the summer and it is usually on 21st June. Places in the northern hemisphere will have longer day. Describe southern hemisphere. Answer. As you move towards the South Pole, the night becomes longer than the day. Notice that the southern hemisphere is leaning away from the sun. Question 7. What is meant by autumnal equinox or fall equinox? Answer. Near September 23rd, Earth reaches a place in its orbit where neither the north nor the south pole leans towards the sun. This is called autumnal equinox or fall equinox. Question 8. Define winter solstice. Answer. It usually falls on December 21st when the North Pole is leaning as far as it can away from the sun. This day is called the winter solstice. Question 9. Define rotation and revolution. Answer. Rotation is the movement of Earth on its axis. Revolution is the movement of the Earth around the Sun in a fixed path or orbit. Question 10. What is a leap year? Answer. Earth takes 365 days and 6 hours to complete a revolution. But for simplicity, we consider that a year consists of 365 days. Question 11. What is an equinox? Answer. Equinox is the position of the earth when direct rays of the sun fall on the equator. At this position, neither of the poles is tilted towards the sun. So, the whole earth experiences equal days and equal nights. Choose the correct answers. A. The movement of earth around the sun is known as 1. Rotation, 2. Revolution, 3. Inclination. Correct answer is revolution. B. Direct rays of the sun fall on the equator on 1. 21st March, 2. 21st June, 3. 22nd December. Correct answer is 21st March. C. Christmas is celebrated in summer in 1. Japan, 2. India, 3. Australia. Correct answer is Australia. D. Cycle of the seasons is caused due to 1. Rotation, 2. Revolution, 3. Gravitation. Correct answer is 2. Revolution. So students, this is your lesson for today. I hope you have understood a lot from this lesson. Thank you for listening. Take care. Allah Hafiz.